What's the business, you guys? What is the deal? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful hump day, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on? What's going on to the people? What's going on, y'all? I was off of work today. So, and I purposely took off work the very next day, just mainly due to the fact that I knew, because I went to the premiere last night, and I knew that I was gonna be out all night, drinking all night, celebrating all night. I love the Chasing brand. I love the people that's over the Chasing brand. One of them being my bestie, so I had to go and support and all of those great things. And we had us a great time last night. But I did not post a lot of my photos on Instagram because I didn't want my photos to be what part am I looking for? What am I what I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here. Um because I knew that people were like doing like videos about like fashion and stuff, and I just didn't want my photos to be a part of that. That's why I didn't put all my photos up there. You feel what I'm saying? Not that I give a damn, but I'm just like, because people send you, people send shit and tell you what people saying, and it be like, girl, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. So I just said I hold off on posting all my pictures. But otherwise, y'all seen what I had on. Okay, y'all seen it. It was, I'm not no fashion. I'm just not into fashion. I just do enough to be well, to be put together in a decent way. You feel what I'm saying? Like my go-to is a suit. I love to put on a suit when it's like events like this. You feel what I'm saying? So you know. No, Rocky. I don't know if you caught my live earlier this week, but I did tell you guys that the episode was not coming out tonight, and that's because there was a technical issue with confessionals for certain people. So Friday we got to redo them. We were supposed to redo them on Monday so the episode could come out today, but we, all of the venues that we had to go to, they was not budging. So we had to wait until this coming up Friday to do the rest of the confessional. So that is the only reason why y'all not seeing the show tonight, because I gotta finish. I gotta redo mine. Bando gotta redo his, and Delon has to finish his off. So we'll be finished with that Friday. That's the only reason why the episode ain't out today. But yes, I'm not a fashion person. Like my go-to is to get a suit. Like for award shows and shit like that, that's my go-to is the suit. Like I'm not really into fashion and the dramatics of fashion and things like that. I just rather do what I gotta do, look nice, and go about my business. Happy birthday, Norris. Hey, Scotty, did you go to the Chasing Red Carpet premiere? I went yesterday. Yeah, I did. It was a great event. I had a great time. But anyhow, I'm about to go ahead and get this show started, y'all. I already posted pictures on Instagram. Not a lot of them, but I posted pictures on Instagram. But anyways, we're about to go ahead and get this show started. It's like 44 of you guys up in here, and we're gonna get through this show. I don't really expect it to be no more than about 30 to 40 minutes of a live, to be quite honest, because it really ain't that much to really be discussing nor talking about, really. So we're gonna get into the things and get on up out of the things. And plus, I'm having a toothache right now. And it's really getting on my nerves. I just got my meds today. Because this is another Another one in the back of my damn mouth that's starting to bother me now. At this point, I'm gonna tell them to take all these motherfuckers out at some point. But I just took my penicillin and my ibuprofen, so it's just taking some time for it to get in there. But anyway, y'all, are y'all supposed to get snow and ice too? Yep, that's what they're saying. They're saying Saturday and Sunday is gonna be icy. That's what they're saying. So I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it now. It's 50 of y'all up in here. Y'all know that the goal normally is to get 100 people within every live that we do. We're halfway there. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's get into the very first story of the night, and that is Miss Nene Leakes. Now, as you guys already know, Nene has returned to Bravo, or Peacock, whichever one the show was coming on. And there have been, while there's a lot of people that is very excited about her return to Bravo, there are some people that are slightly confused about her return to Bravo. And one of those people that's very confused is Bethany Frankel, whom Nene went on a campaign with when everything first went down with Bravo. So we're gonna go ahead and get into what Bethany has to say, and then we'll be right back.
Going back to Bravo. So Nene and I have a good relationship, and I'm so happy for her, for whatever makes her happy in her life. And everyone makes decisions for different reasons, emotionally, financially, career, relevance, whatever anyone's choice is. I'm thrilled for Nene. And I want to mention a couple of things. One, I've never in history heard of someone go after a company and take legal action for different accusations, and then that company hire them back. That's just an interesting dynamic. Like, I don't know if there are any other examples of that, but I pitched to Matt Anderson, who is an executive producer on Miami and Atlanta and New York, a road trip show with just Nene and myself, where I took her to see my friends and visit things I'm interested in throughout the country and different restaurants, etc. And she would take me on hers. And they said that she was kryptonite and toxic, and that they couldn't touch it, that the producer could never touch it. So I'm not in any way saying that they stole my idea. Road Trip has been a movie, and many people have had different road trip shows, nor do I care. And if they do or did, great. But it's just an interesting conversation on how, like, time heals all wounds, or not everything is as it seems in the moment, or about, I don't know, I think it's like a positive thing in, like, I mean, the bridge was not burned because they're doing this show with Nene, with the same concept, except that this is a group of people, and mine was just about her and I alone. But it was literally for us to go in an RV across the country, have all the receipts, because shit also to Jen O'Connell, who remembers. But food for thought, because you guys love the tea, so maybe that's some tea. But I'm very happy for Nene Leakes, and I wish her all the best in her adventure life and on her road trip. You're welcome.
Okay, so that was Bethany, basically talking about Nene's return and things like that, and how she's super surprised as to the fact that Bravo chose to bring her back despite the lawsuits and, you know, the accusations of racism and drug use and all of those different things. Now, listen, I know somebody gonna get mad at me for saying it, and y'all know I don't care. Y'all know I don't. But I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm not totally against Nene coming back, because, you know, she the reason why I was even watching Bravo in the first place. Now, I give her a lot. Y'all know that. I give Nene a lot of hell most of the time. But, you know, she was a person that I tuned in to see on Bravo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she is the Housewives of Atlanta, you know? I don't personally want her back on the Housewives of Atlanta, so to speak. I don't think she needs to come back to that. But I do think that she should come back to Bravo in some kind of way. However, I I do find it crazy that you sued a company. You said they were racist. You said that they didn't treat you with respect. You said that it was unfair treatment all across the board and all that other stuff, right? You said that. You went on live saying that. You went on interviews saying that. You went on so many different campaigns. You even linked up with Bethany to say all of those things. And now you're going right back to the same quote unquote toxic environment that you left. And people want to get so mad with me whenever I say this. But this year, I'm gonna promise y'all, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say. And I don't care who gets upset about it. I just don't care. I don't care who gets upset about it. I'm sorry. But then again, I'm not even sorry. I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? However, it is kind of weird. It is kind of weird. It is kind of weird to me that she would go back to a company that literally treated her like crap, so to speak. In her words, those were her words, not mine, that they treated her like shit. And honestly, if I was the corporation, I wouldn't have hired her back. You just said I was racist. You just said that, we treated you like shit. You just said all of that. And now we want to hire you back. So I don't know. Bethany does have a point. I know we don't like her slinky neck ass. I know we don't. And some of it might be a teensy weensy bit of hateration in this dancery, but she ain't completely off base. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she just not. Like, I was thinking the same thing. But everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? Just like I'm entitled to mine, she entitled to hers. That's just the way I'm looking at it. But what y'all think? Do y'all think that Bethany has a point? Do you think Bethany hating? I just want to know. However, we can move on to the next topic of the night, and that is these three: Mauricio, Ashley Darby, and Kyle Richards. Now, as you guys already know, if you tuned in to the Real Housewives of Potomac Sunday night, then you do know that Ashley was out here thirsting for Kyle Richards' ex-husband, Mauricio, like she ain't had not a sip of a damn sip of a Capri Sun at all over the last couple of months. But yeah, she was out here doing that. And I wondered what Kyle had to say about that, because housewives are supposed to be a sisterhood and they supposed to have this thing in common, but you got one housewife that want to fuck another housewife's ex-husband. And I just wanted to know how Kyle felt about that. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, and it looks like we're going to see what Kyle felt about it and what she had to say. Now, apparently, Kyle called the flirtation with Mauricio weird and embarrassing, and that she would never date a housewife's ex-husband. Let's get into it.
How did you feel about Mo's appearance on Real Houses of Potomac? Any shade towards Ashley and her flirting? Ashley. We actually talked about this the other day. I don't know how it was portrayed because I haven't seen the scenes. I saw something on Watch Happens Live, but I mean, if she was flirting, that's weird. I mean, I would never, I was talking about this yesterday, be able to date anybody that any of the women a housewife dated or married to. That's just weird. I don't know. And like, I'm like, you're embarrassing yourself doing that on camera. And he just bumped into them, by the way. But Gizelle, I will say, she texted me right away because she felt uncomfortable. So she's like, just so you know, we just ran into Mauricio and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all good. I mean, I don't care, everyone can do what they want. I just thought that's embarrassing. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see it though, so I shouldn't really comment.
Let me hear that one more time, y'all. I'm sorry. I need to replay that because I walked away for a second.
How did you feel about Mo's appearance on Real Houses of Potomac? Any shade towards Ashley and her flirting? Ashley. We actually talked about this the other day. I don't know how it was portrayed because I haven't seen the scenes. I saw something on Watch Happens Live, but I mean, if she was flirting, that's weird. I mean, I would never, I was talking about this yesterday, be able to date anybody that any of the women, a housewife, dated or married to. That's just weird. I don't know. And like, that's, I'm like, you're embarrassing yourself doing that on camera. And he just bumped into them, by the way. But Gizelle, I will say, she texted me right away because she felt uncomfortable. So she's like, just so you know, we just ran into Mauricio and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all good. I mean, I don't care, you know, everyone can do what they want. I just thought that's embarrassing. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see it though, so I shouldn't really comment.
Okay. So that was Kyle. Well, what I like to call a Val Richards, responding to the situation that's going on with Ashley. Now, let me tell y'all, it's not looking too good for Ashley. First things first, Ashley then sat up here and said that she fucked her friend's son. And here we are, another housewife, and you want to fuck on her ex-husband. Now, listen, Mauricio is fine. Now, I'm not really into that kind of man. And when I say that kind of man, I'm talking about that kind of man. Like, I like a black man. Like, those are the type of men that I like. I like a black man. I like a rugged, rough, and thuggish, ruggish bone type of man, obviously. Okay, that's the type of man I like. But Mauricio is fine. But the truth of the matter is, it is kind of weird that Ashley would even be trying to get with that lady husband and you know, being all up in the face and, you know, being friendly. And, you know, I'm not necessarily saying that just because these women are housewives, that it doesn't make them all friends. But I have a thing with people like this. Whether you my best friend, whether you my close friend, whether you my friend, whether you my associate, whether you're someone that I'm just acquainted to. If I've been in your face and hanging out with you, going out for drinks with you, coming to your parties and stuff, coming to your events, and we done ran into each other at all these different places and we've been cool and stuff, I just can't see myself fucking on a man. That's weird to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. And then, you know, some people would be like, but that ain't your friend. Yeah, it's not my friend. But in the same breath, it's still a weird situation. I can't do that. Like, I think I told y'all this story before, but I remember when my friend James and my cousin Reggie, we had went to this guy's house like 11 years ago now. And it was their friend, it was a friend of theirs. I never met this guy before. We went to this house, nice little townhouse in Jackson. And then this little skinny, light-skinned guy opened the door. And then there was this other dude in there, which is their friend. And the entire time I was sitting in that house, I felt like I was being looked at like I was a slab of ribs the entire time. Then, you know, after we left their house, he found me on Facebook. He added me as a friend. And then he started communicating with me and let it be known that he wanted me. And some people would have been like, I said, well, no, I don't think that's right. And then he was like, well, why not? I said, number one, you in a relationship. Number two, I just met your boyfriend and sat on his couch and was talking to him. And number three, I'm not that kind of guy. And he was like, well, he doesn't have to know. And y'all not friends and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, we not friends. I'm probably never going to see this boy again a day in my life. And I haven't seen him again. That was 11 years ago. I probably wouldn't even remember him and people standing in front of me. But I just felt like it's just a code for me. I can't see myself sitting up in your house, eating your food, watching your TV with you, slapping hands and, you know, just having a good grand old time with you in your house. And then after I leave your house, I turn around and now I'm screwing on your man. I just felt so weird about that whole thing. And I couldn't do it. And I was telling people about it, like some friends of mine about it. And they was like, well, I don't see the point. I mean, the only thing that I can understand you not wanting to do it is because they're in a relationship. But the other part, you're not their boyfriend. You don't even know him. You just met him one time. And I'm like, that's true, but no. Mm-mm. So it's like with Ashley, do I think that her and Kyle are friends and that they sit on the phone and they talk? No, I don't feel like that. But it's just the fact that they have this mutual respect for one another, in my opinion. And there's this sisterhood. But then again, Ashley ain't never been a sisterhood to nobody. She ain't no sisterhood. Like some, it's just, it is what it is. And Gizelle ain't no sisterhood either. Because ain't Ashley supposed to be her BFF? So why you snitching on your homegirl? Why you snitching on your homegirl? Nah. I get you being uncomfortable, but I feel like you should have just had that conversation with your homegirl. Why you calling Kyle telling her that your homegirl trying to fuck on her man? Like, why you had to throw your homegirl under the bus? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But as much as I don't like Kyle, because y'all know I do not like Kyle. Y'all know that. But as much as I don't like her, I understand exactly where she coming from. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I totally get it and totally understand it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. But Ashley just gives thirsty to me. It's giving, I'm just gonna jump on any dick I can. Might jump on the pussy too, like Portia. I don't know. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But I guess that's the gist of that, y'all. It's 92 folks up in here. We almost had 100. Why is the people leaving, honey? Why y'all coming in leaving, child? I know it's a slow news week. It ain't nothing really going on, but we trying to make the best of it, honey. We trying to make the best of it. Shout out to my moderators that are here: Parker Boy, Harold, Sofa Dog, Andrea. Who else? Aaliyah Brittany. I ain't seen her here in a minute. Hey, Aaliyah. Catherine. Cherise. Hey, girl. Gabby. Hope I ain't forgetting nobody. Norris was in here. I don't know if he still is. But that's pretty much suggested that. And Kendra. I want to say that's everybody. Thank y'all for being here. But yeah, y'all, it's 97 of y'all up in here so far. We got 2 more stories to get into, or whatever. But yeah, I know I've been slacking with the content this month. I know, but it ain't really been nothing to talk about. But I've been trying. But like I told y'all, I'm trying. My rest is way important to me this year. I'm trying to get my rest, honey. Trying to get the best amount of sleep because after this live over, I'm definitely going to bed. Y'all know that, right? I got to be up at 5 in the morning. So, yes, I got to go to bed. But anyway, it's 100 of y'all up in here so far. So, let's go ahead and get into the next story, which is Miss Quad. Miss Quad, she got it. She was on, Miss Quad was on Watch What Happens Live, and she wanted to confront Gizelle about the things that Gizelle and Robin had stated on Reasonably Shady about the current cast of Married to Medicine. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into this, okay? I'm not going to put the actual video up here because it's Bravo's property and you know how they can be, so I don't want no strike. But let's get into the exchange between Quad and Gizelle. Let's get into it.
Married to Medicine ladies got a lot of love at BravoCon.
Yes. Thank you so much. So much love at BravoCon. But sis,
yeah,
I love you down to the floor. But you and my good soror, honey, said that we were recycling the girls down to the TV show. Recycling. And that we was pillaging and rummaging through the recycle bin. You said that we were bringing on new girls that were recycled.
Oh, that was Robin.
Oh,
Robin said that.
But the thing
that was
about
not Gizelle.
Yes, but the thing about it is, men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. And we've done very, very well.
Yeah,
I think we have actually done better than Potomac and also Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Okay.
The numbers.
Quad.
I'm just saying we're good. You and I have always been good.
Okay.
But I heard it down to, I said, oh, not recycling the girls.
And Robin wasn't even talking about Married to Medicine. She was talking about Atlanta.
No, she was talking about Married to Medicine too.
Okay.
And that's my Sora. That's my good
Well, you
sis.
should take
No,
that up
that-
with Robin.
Look, no,
Not
I'm just
Gizelle.
saying.
We are two different people.
No, I do understand.
Okay.
Y'all don't even look alike.
No.
But I took both of you kind of chimed in on it. I said, oh, well, we got to.
The Married to Medicine ladies got a lot of love at BravoCon.
Yes. For you kind of chimed in on it. I said, oh, well, we got to talk about this.
I really don't think I did.
Yes, but we got to go back and run it.
We'll run it.
Run that beautiful
Run that thing.
All right.
Run that thing.
And at the
But-
next BravoCon, we
really
can
do
do a
appreciate
squash
it.
the beat.
Yes.
with
No,
y'all.
we're not.
All right, after the break, we have more of these two.
For you kind of chime.
LA version. Is Married to Medicine supposedly, allegedly filming now? Are they filming now? I guess so. I saw a picture of her filming a confessional for Married to Medicine.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we rinsing and recycling? That's what it looks like. Real Housewives of LA version. Is Married to Medicine supposedly, allegedly filming now? Are they filming now? I guess so. I saw a picture of her filming a confessional for Married to Medicine.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we rinsing and recycling? That's what it looks like. Real Housewives of LA version. Is Married to Medicine supposed?
Okay, now I got my mic off mute now. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Now as y'all can see, Gizelle set her yo-yo neck ass up there and lied and put it all on Robin, knowing that she had some things to say too. Both of y'all was sitting up here judging the girls from going from Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop to this show right here. Both of y'all was judging the girls. And y'all know that people posted that shit on the blogs. You know that. So why we sitting up here playing games? Why are we sitting here playing games? Come on now. I just came with Gizelle. Girl, stand in it. Y'all said it. You feel what I'm saying? Even though Robin got most of the heat. And then Married to Medicine is beating out Potomac in the numbers, which is wild, and Salt Lake City. And the thing is, you know, people have been saying that Salt Lake City is probably the best housewife show that's out right now, but it's so crazy because it doesn't show in the ratings. And then you got a show like Married to Medicine that is always like the redhead stepchild, but they're doing bigger numbers. That's amazing. And it's crazy at the same time. But that was the thing with Quad and Gizelle. Who team y'all on? So let's go ahead and get into the last story of the night. And the last story of the night involves Keiarna, Stewart, and Stacey. Okay. Now, Keiarna was on on Candace's podcast. I think it was Candace's podcast. I'm not really sure. But she was on there and she was responding to Stacey calling her aggressive, and she started talking about the whole pile on that's been going on with Miss Angel. So we're going to go ahead and get into that, and after that we're going to give our opinions, and then we're closing the show out. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
A bit more to it. And here's the deal. Like, agreed. Very funny, very entertaining. I think she's great television. I say this all the time whenever she's brought up. Like, she definitely adds the comic relief. She's quirky. Nothing that I would not say about Stacey. But one thing I always say, and I don't even like to like chit chat with her even more, like since watching the show, because I get how people are like, oh, it's such a pilot. But I think that at the end of the day, we have a responsibility to talk about our reality. We have a responsibility to, create friendships based off of what we actually get to know about you. And if we would like you as a person, that is my choice, my prerogative to say, you know what, is this a good person? Whether we agree 100% or not, at least I know your character along the way, right? And so do I think you're funny? Yes. But do I know if I want to trust you around other things or with my personal business or how you're going to move with things? I don't know. And so as much as we like to be like, oh, this is, co-workers or whatever, it still is ultimately supposed to be a friend group. I still want to know who I'm dealing with and how I should be dealing with this kind of person. And so I think when it comes to me and Stacey, one of the bigger things that I always say about her is that, yes, she's all these things, but particularly when it came to me, it would be like aggressive, this, attack. And that's one of the things that, first of all, when people do that to me, considering
she would say that you were aggressive?
Yes. Like we literally have like, so when people do things like calling me aggressive or I'm afraid
we don't
of
like
you,
that word.
like at this point, it's like we Black women, if we can't handle each other, who can, you know?
That
And so
part.
for me,
And
that was
Stacey from Detroit. Stacey is not from Podunk, Idaho. Okay.
baby. Now, you know, I didn't say that one.
Yes,
Hello.
Detroit, Baltimore. Yes, that
Okay,
was a
hello
key
Detroit,
moment on the
hello
show.
Baltimore.
Yes.
What are we talking about here?
We are sistering in bad bitchery. Like she,
Okay,
I
literally
believe,
bad bitchery. Like, baby,
yeah,
I see you. Okay.
yeah.
So it was like, for me, it was always
That's
strange because
interesting.
really I felt like with Stacey, like, girl, I see you. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't mad at you, but I see you. But when you put that, when you throw that kind of salt into the game, no. I don't, because it's like, girl, we're gonna all tussle. We're gonna all say some things. You know, what they say, use your words. That's what they say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
so you acknowledge I understand like having an issue with her, so but you did notice the pile on. So you, even as a viewer, you notice like the pile on. Like even if you not necessarily agree with how the audience looks at it, you can see it. Because I mean, they're now piling on Angel. So that it's like a pile on mentality on the show.
Yeah. And here's the
you
thing.
can tell who is
Because they're
responsible for that.
bored. They have nothing else to discuss.
You know, that happens. And here's the thing, right? Even with the pylon, I always say, like, I actually was the first person to say this. At the top of the season, Mike, you say you watched the show. I was like, baby, I don't believe it. I think I'm going to call a spade a spade. You know, I laid it out there and it was like, that was so preposterous for Cadence, be the one to say that. But then the people that dragged y'all for Phil, jumped on it, jumped off of it. And the things was just kind of falling in my lap. And I'm like, you know, but I get it. And I will say, looking like, literally, because I actually just watched all of it for one time. I was like, okay, I see how it just turned into the bandwagon of it all. And I always say, people are like, oh, the Stacey pylon was crazy. But I'm like, y'all, the Angel pylon was crazy too.
Okay, so that was Kay speaking on her speaking on her issues with Stacey and things like that. But I'm gonna just say this. I still stand on what I say every time it comes to Kay. I love Kay. I don't care how y'all feel. I love Kay. I do think that the way she does things is fucked up. And I definitely get where everybody be coming from. But I still like her. And I still want her to be on the damn show, to be honest. Cause there's a lot of motherfuckers that, you know, that y'all be liking that I don't understand why. Like y'all be going up for Dr. Heavily and shit. And I just don't understand how y'all do. Some of y'all do. But I like Kay for the most part. I always have liked Kay. I do feel like Stacey does do dog whistles at times with the whole, oh, you're aggressive or and shit like that. Like I can't stand that whole I'm afraid of you aggressive shit. Girl, you ain't afraid of no damn K. But then again, you just might. You seen a fight. You just might be, you know, you just might be scared or whatever. But I do think that, you know, those are like buzzwords, like the aggressive and the ferocious and things like that. You feel what I'm saying? And those are the same things that Wendy hated for people to say about her. Like people hated Wendy to call her aggressive, you know, and ferocious. And Candace hated the same thing. And then, you know, Keiarna is like dark skinned kind of. So that's the thing. But as far as her issues with Stacey, though, I still don't quite understand what those issues are. But you feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's kind of like, okay, what is your real problem? Now, when it comes down to her issue with Wendy, I do feel her on that. I do feel like she has a legit reason, but the way she explains it is not landing. But I get what she's trying to say, but it's just not landing. But I do understand. So that's the part that I do understand, but I just don't really get what her issue is with Stacey, outside of her being a damn liar and being fake as hell. I just don't understand what the real issue is. You feel what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm just gonna say this in these comments because I promise you I'm not gonna go back and forth with y'all. I promise. But y'all are okay with Kay being called aggressive and all this other shit? Okay, so when someone calls a motherfucker like Candace aggressive or a motherfucker like Wendy aggressive, I don't want to hear it. Because I thought aggressive is not the correct word to use when we're talking about a black woman. I'm just saying. I think her issue is rooted in Stacey having two faces. She stated in season 9 that she saw a different Stacey while rooming with her and asked her if she would show her real life to the girls. Right. It is when it's appropriate, but most of the time y'all feel like it's not appropriate. So I'm just saying, like, I try not to use the word aggressive because I already know how people feel about it. So y'all can feel however y'all want. That's my opinion. I didn't call Wendy aggressive. You didn't hear me say that. Robin definitely was aggressive. She was, but nobody ever says that she is. But I say what I said, y'all. I'm not. I already see y'all trying to come at me about what I just said, but y'all know I don't care. Everybody's allowed to have their opinions, but I said what I said though. I'm just not on a K hate train. I'm just not on a K hate train. But that's all I really got for tonight, y'all. For real, I told y'all that this live wasn't gonna be that long. I told y'all it was gonna be between 30 to 40 minutes, and that's pretty much the truth. So I'm about to go on and get up off of here. I'm gonna go to bed. If something goes on tomorrow, I'll definitely talk about it, and that's about it. So I will holler at you guys a little later. Bye, y'all.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catching face shots, fire catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact, the bitch, I'm the reason. When it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
Big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up. Don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho. Don't ever play us. This the real hustle. We make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit. Talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast. Fucking with the best. Get money on the east. Plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north. But we run this out. Bitch, we outside. What you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you? Get these niggas.